so happy to do this. I had a client the other night. Now, before I did the show, it was amazing because I could feel all of these energies to the right of me. And they wanted to be known as archangels and the saints. And the beautiful part about feeling that energy to the right, since they're archangels and saints, was such a different feeling than the ones that were behind me. And I still haven't identified who this group is over here. Hello. And so the client I had the other night, I thought, well, this is different. Why is everything separated? That night I have a client and oh my goodness. and they were these angels, these archangels, these saints, whoever it was, every time I looked at her and we had a video conference and she paid for healing and these goosebumps everywhere. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, head to toe. It wasn't just a brief one. It was like lasted. And then it was like, I had to look at her energy. So I did. And I realized that they were with her since she was very young and helped support her in living in a neighborhood to bring in that light where there was a lot of darkness. I thought, wow, did her soul take on a challenge? And they protected her. And now she's older and they're still helping her. And I'm like, wow, because during the whole time, every time we go to do a reading, about ready to do the healing, when there was confirmation, before she even opened her mouth, they gave me confirmation. I'm like, wow. So it's so cool to have a heads up when it comes to listening to the vibrations, the frequencies from the other side. And welcome all you wonderful people. I love looking at you. You know why? Because you're my family. You're my tribe. You like the things we like. We love the spirituality. We love this thing, and it's great to have it. Because I remember as I was, 30-some years, there really wasn't that many people out there, and I felt very, very, very alone. So we want to say thank you, Lenny, for being here, and thank you for sharing already. And oh my goodness, did Tabitha go nuts on her sharing? So I'm going to make sure I give you a special card just because. But yeah, so yes, and it's so important that you understand I do the shows out of my fan page, and if you want to know when it's coming on, always follow or get notified. I also I put these up, load them up on Facebook or YouTube, and along with some other videos. So I'm slowly building what you call leading towards the classes, leading towards what Spirit wants to talk about all the time. I used to never have a program, like I said, a protocol, a program of how to do all these, and we're slowly getting there. Now, if you're here and you want a reading, then I'm offering 11 for 11. That's $11 for 11 minutes. Now, if you're from the United States or somewhere else, there might be a fee or a conversion rate. So I've been finding out through Facebook that, see, they're already coming in. I can feel them tingling that side of my head. So just to let you know, I think it depends on where you're from. Sometimes it can be, the conversion, depending what it is, could be 14. But I've talked to a lot of people from the United States and they go, oh, no, that's normal. And I'm like, well, it's not normal to me because I'm from I'm from the United States and I'm living in South Australia. So I never really used PayPal, never really used all that back in the United States. So what do? I'm learning baby steps. So we have had an issue with some people that have had issues with their PayPal. So if it is saying pending on my end, then I have to decide whether I want to go ahead and give the reading or not, because I've done some readings and they're just having problems with their bank. They didn't cancel, the money's there. And so slowly but surely, hopefully they'll receive the money. But PayPal assures us that it's not them, it's the bank that they go through. But I still appreciate the ability and the opportunity to do these. I do it because Spirit says, hey, this is part of your growth. It is part of being connected with people that feel the way that you feel. And it's good. And it's great. And I love it. Then there is, because I do this for a living. I spent 30 years of studying this. I spent a lot of money, time. And I live it, breathe it, walk it, talk it, dream it. So while I'm sleeping, I'm actually still learning or healing. So this funny, the thing about, in order for you to get a free reading, you must share the live. And Lenore, my moderator, will take and she'll verify, and then she'll put your name in the box. And then towards the end of the show, we draw some names. But if you would like a reading, and you want to pay for it, it's $11 for 11 minutes. And you don't just have to have a cold read. You could have whatever questions on your mind or healing. We're good at that too. So before I came on today, I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm getting myself ready. And I was having such a hard time. Like, what is wrong with me? I tried to do my hair. Now, my hair has a mind of its own regardless. The angels are here. They're like, hello, everyone. So if I'm talking and they drop me, just understand that the bandwidth dropped me because I'm sensing and feeling and listening. So as I'm getting ready, I noticed that I couldn't recognize myself. And I know my hair had its mind of its own. So I had to, Lenora, what's wrong with me? She goes, you don't look like yourself. And so then the emotion that I resonated to, because resonate means you pick up, was there was two people I was picking up, and they had the feeling of contempt. And so it's like, oh, and it changed my facial feature big time. They're excited because oh, thanks, Tabby. Angels go, oh, we got recognized. That's funny. So looking at synchronicities in life, when you're doing a live meditation, it's not about you have to be meditating and you have to be alive. No, you learn to heal all of the things that your ego is overly attached to, over identifying with. So that when you over-identify and you're in the emotions and you're in that thought processing and life's so hard, it pulls you away from your true identity. And so you go to your ego first before you go to your spirituality, before you go to your higher self, before you go to your heart. And your heart's telling you, oh my God, my heart hurts because of this. My heart and you're listening to that part of yourself. And it's so important to understand that we don't have to be in the victim field anymore. That paradigm has sailed its little boat. We don't have to be stuck in the effect side of the equation. We're beginning to learn and understand as souls that in this paradigm, in this level of evolution, is that we can go, wait a minute. So if I'm feeling these, I'm attached to something. And I'm going to tell you, when you first start out on this, you're like, oh, what the hell is she talking about? And it's like, what do we do? What's she talking about? And then you're taking it personal. So if you feel like you're in a hot seat and you're taking it personal, you're not hearing me with your spiritual mindset. You're hearing me with your ego. And it will be pain. And it will be so when you're hearing me in that frequency and that vibration that's over here. It's in that space. So when I'm helping people heal, I do my best to help you understand that it's not about you being your fault. It's not about flaws. And it's not about being a victim. It's about you standing in your authentic self, taking accountability for how your life looks. Because your inner world creates your outer world. Okay? Begin to understand that. Yes, I am in South Australia, and it's amazing. I love it. So anyways, I said, if you want a reading, it's 11 for 11. Now they've just so since you're here, Miss Tabitha, my cards are all over here. I'm not sure what they're doing. Oh yeah, he says grandfather. Well, you know who it is. Anyways, he's so ecstatic because there's a part of him that is like looking at you going, oh, I didn't know she could do that. I didn't realize the depth of Tabitha. He's trying to show me that he gets to see you from another perspective. I mean, he thought he was already happy in love and loved you, but now he's like, oh, there's more to love. There's, wow. So talk about being proud of that. Now, I feel a particular card, but do you think I can find it? This is just basically I'm picking a card, but strangely enough, my deck doesn't look like it's here. Really? Well, my tarot decks are out there in my other office. Well, for land's sakes. No. Seriously? All right. Just, there's a lot of people that want to know what the metaphysical, what does the meaning of life? What does all that mean? I mean, when you begin to wake up, you have questions. Please ask away. It is for us to go and learn and grow and be together. Yeah, humidity with the hair. Well, let's see. The back of my hair. Now, I lived in the United States. I had straight hair. Come to Australia, and all of a sudden, the back of my hair goes kinky. No matter what I do, kinky. You can even ask Lenore. She's straightening it. Oh, that's good. A couple seconds later, kinky. You're like, I don't know. And the same for my bangs. Oh, now see, someone's here that wants to talk about some people are too lofty. They have to puff out their chest too far and have to be so superior that, it doesn't solve anything. I'm going to find a deck of cards, and they're going to choose. You're Italian. Mm-hmm. He's over here looking, and he's like, he just can't find the right one that you have. Now, I have the book, but I don't have it with me. I have it in the other room, but I do have a tarot card deck that's like you. I just don't have my cards. And that's very frustrating. I've lost them somewhere over here, and I've tore everything apart. I've searched high and low. Still haven't found my cards, but the book I got. No. Still grandfather. Well, there'll be a time when I'm supposed to do it. Do you have anything diet-wise to help you wake up? Well, you got to understand, vibration, it's not about the food, because most of the food's vibration are tainted with the chemicals to protect the food, antibiotics and stuff like this for if you eat meat. Most glyphosates of chemicals are on vegetables, so make sure you start to clean them with, I think it's like vinegar or something to clean them out. I believe in a lot of good stuff to eat because our body really needs the vegetables. It needs the meat to some degree, or the protein, depending how you feel. Again, let's go back to food. I had this vision that the world ended and all there was canned foods. And so the canned foods was very interesting because you didn't know if it was good or bad. And then in the vision flashed, oh, I see a fly. In the vision, what flashed was, Twilight Zone. and all they had left is the food, and they were trying to figure out whether if they ate it, they were going to die. And Spirit says, it won't matter what you have, because food is food, right? And they go, it's about the vibration. So I've learned to pray over my food, change the vibration of my food. Like on my bottles of my water, I'll put the word love. You know, there's all these different studies out there about how you can change the structure. There is Hannah Kruger sells a lot of things that help change the frequency of your food. So you can put your food on it. And I will tell you, it's amazing. But if you also go to a restaurant, you have to be careful, because if somebody is in a pissed off mood, that can be transferred to your food. So whatever food you get and you're grateful for, the universe will start providing more healthier food. Again, be grateful for. Do thank you therapy before it happens. Be grateful when you get it, because the food will get better and better. Now, pray over the food. Use some energy over the food. But allow yourself to enjoy the food. Most people just wolf it down. The problem is that if you're not mindful with your food, your body will think, oh, you didn't feed me. And you'll start craving certain things because it represents love. Or an association to something. So, you know, when it comes to food, you really need to become spiritually minded about how you eat, you know, and pray. Again, you can't protect yourself from all things. That's what I was taught. But if you understand that no matter where you're at, you have you. You can learn how to use energy. You can learn how to use your thoughts and your prayers. You can learn how to change things. So I would say you'd want to eat more vegetables, but at the same time, I also know vegetables or plants have feelings. They know that you cut them up, just like animals. Everything's a consciousness. So it's so important to, you know, pay attention here, in here. If you believe it's going to make you fat, it won't matter if it's healthy or not. Your GPS will be set to you have to be fat. Okay? The idea of what you eat. Now, sometimes you have to be careful because the vibration, as your frequency changes with Mother Earth, you will have this ability to feel like you can't tolerate certain things anymore. Well, that's where you need to come in, find out what it is that you need to change to eat, and you allow yourself to Spirit dropped me. Well, the answer is yes. Yes. Yes, what? Yes. 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 You have to understand your inner world. You have to understand your beliefs. You have to understand. And the best thing is please don't eat at night. Because your body clock says if you eat late at night, it doesn't have time to digest. So as it's trying to digest and rest, then your immune system says, well, my job is I'm supposed to help you become healthy. I got to get the immune system going. I got to repair. But it can't do it because it's digesting as you're trying to rest, which then screws up your clock. And then you get all flustered and then you have problems digesting. And then your body's like going, all right, we have an issue here. So there's a lot of things you can do. Okay. You just have to learn to maybe do the human sway test to find out if your body wants it. Now you have to be careful how you ask. Is it good for you? Well, you know, you have to find out if you're compatible with it. So, and then there's certain foods that you're not sure are good. Well, even though they're healthy for you and you have your mindset being healthy, you also have to find out whether or not, is there anything in this product that I could get sick from? So, you know, you can have a few things on your list, learning how to do the human swaying test or take your pendulum to the store. Well, you know, I've done that with my keys. Whip it out. Oh, that got good. I mean, a lot of things I'll go and I will just muscle test myself, you know, and it's like, yes, no, before I buy it. Because if it's I'm not going to be compatible, what's the point of spending all the money? Okay, let's see here. The Italian, yes, Tabitha. Related to Tabitha. I mean, he comes in and he'll put hats on me, flowers, and he'll say spaghetti, and he'll do little things, and he just is Italian. He's always here. Let's put it that way. He wouldn't miss a show without her. And so, yeah, I think he does. I think he does love me. Um, let's see here. I'm not sure what's going on. He likes to be able to talk through me. He just feels amazed by it. Now, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but people will tell me, oh, it's been 1 year since he's gone. Well, he's frisky, he's happy, he's like, I'm so healthy. No, that's not Italian. That's more Brooklyn. You're trying to show me he's manly. How about that? Oh, cheeky, yes. Yes. It's just funny. What does the copper cup? Darn thing. What does the copper cup do? Well, there's a certain amount of copper you do need in your system. But I've met one person that had too much copper because their body did not know how to put it in their body. But that was a whole other story. Copper is supposed to be good for not turning gray. And it does change the energy. And copper, I love copper is more a grounding tool. Oh, you stop it over there. Now, I don't know. I think that side of the room that we didn't know, because we know we got archangels and saints over here, and the families are over there. And I don't know who's on this side, but they just freaked me out. Don't do that. I still don't know who they are. But somehow they want to be separated. Well, there's many reasons why we turn gray. Oh, okay, now they're really... Ooh, I feel a cat in the room too. Somebody's got a kitty in the house or something, because I feel like I want to lick myself. I ain't going to do that. I'll scratch. It's like, ooh, I don't know if it's a dog or a cat. It's like you probably did. It's all the fishes and birds. I mean, I feel a lot of animals are hanging out tonight too. Oh, maybe that's what's on that side of the room. That would make sense, wouldn't it? We'll see. So here's an interesting. I love Harry Potter. So I have a time turner. See it? And the time turner was a keychain. Put it on I wouldn't even call this a necklace, because I love just tinkering and making things. So this is actually a watch band. 2 of them. So if I feel like I don't want to be purple, I can be green, you know. So however, whatever color I want, you know. So I'm going to be purple today. So I like being creative and things. I wanted an island for my kitchen. I said, all right, thank you, Spirit. I want an island. I don't know what kind of island. I know I've got preferred doing this and that and other. And I like it. Next thing you know, I started putting coffee tables on top of things. And I found pieces outside that matched my countertop where they cut it out because I had a new kitchen. And I'm like, oh, that'll work. So now I made myself a little snack bar, and along with my island. And I like it. It's got all the pockets and the places so I can put everything. Oh, good. Y'all see it. Oh. So it's not just me. I've got this side like tingling from the archangels. I have the back there. It's like it's got a dim, you know, like the talking. And I think these are animals. Somebody just said moo as a joke. Okay, so I think this is the animal side. Mm-hmm. You know, and the thing is, it's like a TARDIS in this room. Okay. In this tiny little space, because it's in another dimension, and this is my universe, and they're in that particular dimension, this is like a huge auditorium on 3 different sides, and everybody's got their space. And sometimes before we decided to figure it out together, they were stepping on each other, and it's like, well, let's just make it bigger. So now it just looks huge, and Lenny can tell you, she's like, oh, it is like, you know, so much energy. So a lot more interaction tonight. You know, so, you know, real quick, we'll find out. Is Max, are you here? The cat Max. Yes. Oh, he's right here. What's up? Nikki. Now, I'm just going to tune into you. You have relatives on this side. I feel that it, you know, yeah, you said 4 months or 7 months or 4 months, but it's that freshness. Sometimes there's work to be done before they can learn. It took, okay, my mother learned how to communicate with me. And so there's been great stories I could give you. Biggest one, no, that was good too. Oh my God. Okay, anyways, Lenny had a hat. Okay, had a hat. But my mother always associated with Angora in the 50s. She had an Angora sweater, the poodle skirt. And so my mother was coming to me, and I could feel her, but I couldn't quite get that vibration. And I can't remember what led up to it, but I was told I needed to find an Angora, something Angora. I'm thinking, where am I going to find Angora? I never leave the house. I don't know where to shop. Well, Lenny had come over, left the hat. And I told her, hey, you left your hat, you know, and she says, oh, no big deal. And then she told me to have it. So that night I'm sitting there like, this is a pretty hat. All of a sudden I heard, look at the tag, look at the tag. So I looked at it, it says Angora. Oh my God. I just started crying with such joy and laughter, and then I could feel my mother more. So then my sister dies. And I could hear her name, Benita. And I'm like, okay, she must be around me. And I could feel my mother say yes. Well, I think my mother taught my sister how to communicate. So one time we're out, it was my birthday, and the day before, and my husband and I, Alan, were driving along. And the next thing I know, I feel this, when the spirits come in, you know, in the space, I can feel that frequency, that bandwidth of hello. And a song came on. Oh, do you think I can remember the song right now? But anyways, the song came on, and then all of a sudden I says, I think my family's around. Alan says, oh, what do they got to say? I says, I don't know. And then all of a sudden I heard the words. I mean, they just spoke to me, and all of a sudden I just started bawling. You know, it's just to tell me they love me, and it was just so beautiful. You know, if I remember the song's name, I'll put it up on my fan page for you. And all of a sudden I realized my mother and my sisters said happy birthday to me. And I just lost it with crying with joy. One other time, my sister, like I said, I feel my mother all the time. We had gone to Mackenzie Falls. And, you know, and it's steep, and it's, you know, the cliffs, and, you know, we took the long way. And so, you know, we get to Mackenzie Falls. How beautiful. Now it's getting dark. Everybody's leaving. And I noticed a sweater. Everybody's leaving. So I thought, okay, maybe there's a lost and found. I don't know nothing about this area. I picked it up. I said, anybody lose a sweater? Nothing. All right, I'll take it with me. And then as I'm walking back, it had dropped out of my bag. And I said, oh man, I feel bad that I lost it. So I go back to look, couldn't find it. So I gave up. Alan's like, you got to have this sweater. I don't know why, but you do. So he takes and goes back. He comes back and he looks at me and goes, you're going to, do you know who this sweater belongs to? I says, no. Did you look at the label? No. He says, look at the label. Look at the label. And I looked at it and it says Bonita on it. I just thought, oh my God. Again, there's just all these beautiful little things that happen, just to let you know. So sometimes they have to learn the frequency of speaking that, and sometimes I get it right away. When Lenny's here, it's completely different energy. I got to catch up with it. My sister's name is Bonita, but we called her Bunny. So I don't know if I accidentally. Okay, so come on, catch up. This thing just keeps, rolling. I can't catch it. All right, hopefully I did not lose anything good. I think I'm good. Anyways, it's so important to understand that, if you're starting to ask what is life? What is life about? How can you got the urge that there's something more to life. That means you're starting to wake up. If you're feeling emotional and you haven't woke up, you feel emotional, you can actually use tools to help you take care of those emotions. So you don't have to become owned by them. Your thought processing just drives you crazy. I had a client the other day. They had that's true. They just couldn't stop overthinking. Oh, why didn't they call me? Why didn't they do this? Oh, I shouldn't have said this. And I said, okay, stop. That is just your over-attachment. That is your emotions. How about if we calm down those chemical peptides? So I gave this person healing tool, and after about 2 minutes, I could hear it change. And I said, all right, now you need to hold another point because there's a fear of you getting rejected. And then slowly one point after another, and that's hope therapy. She got to the stage where, oh, wow, I don't really care. I didn't really say anything wrong. Why did I have to blame myself? That was a point we held too. And was happy. And then after that, because when you get in high beta, those thought processing, beta is your conscious state here, and then alpha and theta. But high beta is not healthy because it puts you in complete stress. So, we have 111 comments, and then I see 1111 up above, and 333 over there, and 933. So I think that's funny. And then 1919. Oh, the numbers are talking tonight. All right. I hear, no. Oh, come on. Now he's messing me. He says, I found it. And then he says, nope. All right. You're a funny guy. You truly are. So yeah, if my face changes, and it can be several reasons, I'll take on a resonance, or my brain will switch every 90 minutes in my facial features. Ever since I fell and my teeth weren't done, my side of face has changed. It's it's like, oh my God, I hope I don't look any more weirder than I feel. Need to heal that, don't I? Okay, no, we're not doing that. You want to give her a rock? Let's give you a rock. Crystal. Okay, Tabitha, you here? You here? Are you here? Don't know what that's about, but are you here? Oh my God, Mary. She said, I lost my daughter 11 and she's 19. Oh my gosh, maybe that's a sign? Yeah, it is. Why would I need to point that out? But yeah, I can feel that. Look at all those beautiful faces. Yeah, why is he pulling my leg? Why is he? Oh, anyways, he says you need to get a rock for your table. So we're going to see. What do you want to tell her? Stop. Okay. Is that the one? Oh, I love it. Malachite. Oops. Malachite. Oh, see the reflection so nicely on that one. Malachite. I like the azurite. Oh, I got to get me some blue azurite. But malachite is awesome because you always can get malachite with azurite. Yeah, like I can see this. All right, time to put the little readers on. Aren't I cute? No, you be good, kids. Just kidding. Healing, change, insight, loyalty, patience. This is the time of positive change. You will soon let go of the past regret and guilt. It's a good thing. And this will pave the way to a positive and inspiring future. Guilt and regret stem from a misconceived belief. You know, we can heal that you could have acted differently in the past. But people, you're still going to show up to them no other way than they let you. Just let you know. So that guilt needs to go. That shame needs to go. And if you had done so, things would have turned out better, either for you or for others. Let's try that again. Guilt and regret stem from the misconceived belief that you could have acted differently in the past. And if you had done so, things could have turned out better, either for you or for others. Yet the universal law is such that it is impossible for you or others to ever lose anything without gaining an equal amount in return. Huge. Did you hear that, people? Life is always held in perfect equilibrium. Ooh. You are currently failing to see the positive effects of the past actions. He says, you know what this is about. It's the past. You're doing quite well now. He just wanted to make sure you understood this. He says, I may have been your rock, but you can get a rock. And then when you see that rock, you'll see me. Okay, shh. Look carefully and you'll realize that many positivities exist and that life is forever changing and unfolding in accordance to the higher will of your soul. There are no mistakes, for ultimately all serves as a purpose. All is designed to help you expand your awareness in order that we can embrace greater spheres of wisdom and love. Bless the past and let it go. Know that everything you have ever said or done or think you have failed or say or do has served a positive purpose for you and others. Know that everything you have said and done. For affirmation, there is no right or wrong choice. Every choice I make is perfect at this time, for it leads to an outcome which is necessary for me to grow in love and wisdom. Well, that was nice of him. I'd say definitely get some malachite. Good, she knows what I mean. Ooh, work placement tomorrow. Good luck. That is very good. Go, Olivia. Okay. Yes, that card was for Tabitha. Wow, they're messing with my vision. That is weird. And is my hair changing now? I swear things are changing. In the past, they used to just come through and use my vocal. No, I don't look like the same person. I don't know. You guys probably see me the same, but I feel different. Just saying. Okay. Now, Lenny says Mary Reardon. Mary Reardon. So I'm assuming that means I am going to do a reading for Mary. Is that correct, Miss Lenny? If so, well, Well, we will. Oops. So Tabitha said, I have always questioned everything that I have done. So this card's coming out proves to me more that I have stopped questioning myself and doubting myself. Yeah, that's so, no, you don't need that anymore. You're definitely a spiritual being. Hey, Mary. Yes, I'd love to see it higher than that, but 11, that's good. So again, we got 11 going on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, almost touched the wrong button. That's funny. Okay. All right, Mary. You have a question, or do you just want a cold read? What do you want, dear? Need to knee. A lot of noises going on outside, a lot of deep vibrations. I feel in a way that that's somehow related to whatever it is we're going to talk about. So what do you want me to talk about, Mary? Cold read, gotcha. Well, as I'm rehooking up to the vibration, your signal just said, oh, let's put a crown on, some type of headdress. And then I just heard dressing up, playtime. So somebody is very obsessive with their habits. It feels like a stickler that if you don't fulfill this habit, then something bad's going to happen. You got to do it. You got to do it. Hopefully you can begin to understand what I'm talking about. Yes, I will do something for you, Olivia. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want me to know about this obsession? So, do you have does she have a specific emotion that keeps obsessing her because she can't solve it? Yeah, feeling attacked, panic, and I feel like as people criticized her, she's criticizing herself. She's criticizing herself. Does that make sense to you? So somebody, do you work? Because they said there's somebody at work that annoys the hell out of you. I'm not going to say that other word. And this person resembles to somebody that behavior that you knew when you were 3 years old and you saw again at 8 and 16. There is a particular behavior. And it really grinds in you. And your response to them is feeling that you can't make a decision around them. You have to set, you have to become self-centered and think about yourself because you can feel very self-conscious about yourself. And you try to ignore that and become very indifferent. I believe they're talking about you. You said you don't know. Okay. I like to connect, So, like when you're giving certain readings, it won't be until you're around that person and all of a sudden, boom, you're like, yes. These emotions, though, they are everywhere. They're So do you have obsessing thoughts? Do you have, because it's important to, okay, now Mary says, no, I work at home with my handicapped boy. Does somebody come and visit? A nurse? Anybody? Does a particular neighbor? Do you understand what I'm saying? We can narrow it down, because if I ask it if it's your boy, no. There's somebody in that space that makes you feel especially very self-conscious. All of a sudden I got this great empty feeling. Oh my God. Let me ask if that's it. Yes. Okay, if I can say that out loud, then you say yes, I can say that. But otherwise I won't read it out loud. How we're going to do this is, I think it's so important that you begin to heal this, because when that behavior from this person happens, you are compelled to correct yourself. It's an automatic habit. Now, I would say we'd like to go into to heal that, but we have to look at, why did your soul project this out to be this way? And it is that you had grown up in an environment where arrogance was tolerated, and that was the norm. That's the way it is. And so you married what you knew. And in this case, it's not that I am not saying anything about leaving. I'm saying let's change the chords so that you can start seeing him differently. Now, his shit will be his shit, and if that happens, then you zig, he zags, and you do whatever you got to do. But no one should have to be in the effect side of the equation. Okay? Now, oh God, the demoralizing. That's not good either. These get in your craw. They're saying the first thing that you should do is notice that when these chemical peptides begin to kick in, you need to get a handle on them. And so I will say the first thing that you need to do, wow, it just goes into anguish. It goes right there. It starts tragedy. Oh my God, and just right there. Yeah, there's a part of you that he waits until he pushes a button until you cry. He makes you hysterical. And like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Anyway, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the energy I picked up. Where do you want her hold so she doesn't have to lose it and go there? R2D. They say there's a lot of worrying going on within yourself about everything, and it's so scrambled that it confuses you about how you're supposed to function. And then in comes this energy, and then you become more scrambled. And when you've taken care of somebody so that you love, you start to lose your identity, and then you become more scrambled. Okay, I can see that, and I can understand that, because that makes sense. Okay, so the first thing is I would definitely say make an appointment with me so we can start hitting all the buttons. But I'm going to give you one tool to help you that really, it's like when you need to flee and you feel like you're indebted, and you just fear judgment, and you expected them to be there for you, and it creates low self-esteem, lives through others, over-concerned, hopeless, lack of control, worry, distrust, feeling attacked, panic, deprived, self-loathing, hatred, failure. Where'd my happy-go-lucky self go? You're going to hold right wrist, and it's called Hope Therapy, and I can send you a video, or I can put it on my wall. But your right wrist, notice your thumb, know the crick, that's first, second, and third. You're going to go to the second point. You're going to put your thumb right there, and then you're going to push in deep. This pointer finger goes in the palm, and then I wrap it around. And then you make sure you cover here, the hairline, and the forehead. And you're going to sit there. And anytime you feel any of these things, just do that. Leave it up there. Now, one of the things I'm going to add, which is something I haven't added, was that notice the feeling, stare it down, be in it, get the color and the number. And as you're staring at it, you'll be either center, left, or right. And even if you're just slightly centered up, just kind of start moving, stay there long, and then all of a sudden just move your eyes down. You'll start noticing if it feels good, better, and different. I'm not sure why I'm rocking. And then switch your eyes over to the left. Okay? As you begin to switch your eyes over to the left, you restart what you were thinking and feeling, and then you stare it down, and then go up or down, however you want to do it, but look at it. And then dart your eyes back and forth, slowly back and forth. And what happens is your body's going to start taking the pictures out, taking the feelings out. Yeah. So we got to get your spirit back. And, by saying that, is her spirit in her body? Oh, thank God, yes. Is your spirit communicating with your body? Not completely. We will have to heal that. And then is your body communicating with your spirit? Not really. We need to get that going again. Okay. And the whole point is that if he knows where you're at, he's got the power. And we are going to slowly help you disengage the attachments and the chemical peptides and allow your spirit to feel whole again, bringing in the light again. And the strength of that light starts to build you up. And then all of a sudden your heart and your mind start to connect. And then all of a sudden you're going to get, if you stay on this path with me, then your spirit is going to get more connected. Your higher self, you're going to hear it. There's a whole way of living. It's not just, I got to heal once and I'm forever healed. Waking up, a whole new thing. No longer do you need to be a victim. We can get your power back. All that good stuff. So, somebody wants a reading, and it'll pop up. Somebody paid for a reading. Tabitha Davis. Woohoo. Tabitha Davis. Come on, close down. Change so I can, I'll trust it. All right. Tabitha, you pop on and you say, I'm here, and then you tell me what you'd like to know. Here, get read. Have you been working with the angels or anything? Well, Mary, I can help you. Just, get a hold of me. We do video conferences through here, or you can come to my house, depending where you live. I don't know where you live. And we'll do everything that your soul says, and we will get there. Cold to read. All right. I swear people like to fake me out when they use different names. I want to dance. Is there a song in your heart? I didn't tell you, but that song was by Betty Who. And my mother's name is Betty. She died of lung cancer. So did my mother. Anyway. Wow. Woo! We have an angel or a saint. I had all my cards and my ex got them all. I live in South Australia, but that's what Facebook Live or video calling we can do. Wow, there's a very tall, wow, I don't know if that means in stature, wow, okay. I'm going to have to get me some cards, aren't I? You have got to begin to become larger than life. Oh, got it. You have to become you, and all of the people that you are looking at, they said if you want to become more spiritual, you'll take your eyes off them. You let them fall where they may. You insert your, as soon as you heal certain things, you'll bring back that beautiful power within yourself So you begin to heal and you create that inner world. The more you start creating on that inner world, the more everybody else will just start to fall into place. And that chaos and that story. And I know some people that just are, that's their identity. Well, maybe you need to heal that. They say you need to become larger than life. And there's a part of it is that you have this massive support from your family. And things are getting ready. And Bunny says, well, it was time because I know you have to get larger than life. So everything's weaving in and out. Everything's starting to fall into place, if that makes sense. Okay. Wow, he's got a different voice tone. So she says, music is a massive, massive part of my life. It's my escape. Have you decided ever to take up ballroom dancing or something? Because he wants to take and pick me up and start doing ballroom dancing, as if to say, not only with the music, just start moving. It's not, I was just thinking, is it the rhythm of the life? It was more than that. It's more than that. Just like, there's nothing wrong with adding more of sauce or more. It's, I got the taste of oregano in my mouth. Did you make a good meal the other night? Or you need to get back into making good meals or something for yourself. It's like you're not feeding yourself. So Tana says, oh my God, yes, I knew it was her time. I used to go do dances in school. Well, it's getting back to that before you became all tainted. You need to get back to that part of you. Oh, now he says, 7 years old. It's like you were forced to pay attention to the outside world, that you had to start putting your childhood dreams aside, or childish dreams aside. The feeling of feeling like maybe you have to control things. So were you a goody two-shoes? Just saying, there's nothing wrong with it. I was. Didn't know I was, but apparently everybody said I was around me. Oh, I lost my passion for cooking. He says he wants you, and so regardless if it's dancing or food, it is about finding that passion, and it's connecting that heart and mind. And it's time. It's definitely time. He says, taking action. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me find my passion. And then you go and you look, and all of a sudden a cooking show will be on. Give yourself 2 minutes extra to I never thought of doing that. And then finding that passion, looking for that passion, incorporating the things that you have, like when you incorporate, things that you want to learn, and you communicate that with other people, they either zig or they zag. And sometimes you can make it a fun thing. As my kids are growing up, I would play and they wouldn't realize that, they were a part of my play, but they, we made it fun. We did things together. So finding the passion. And I says, when did you lose your passion? Age 7. And you lost it because you came to the thing where you believed you made an indecision. You made the wrong choice. And so then it was easier not to make a decision, because when you made the wrong choice, what happened when she made the wrong choice? Egotistical people would tell you that you did. And it was the correction process to where you thought, well, I can't be that. So what did she do with that part? Well, how did she do with that? She thought, well, it's better that you have to be superior, and you have to do these certain things. You have to act this way because that's what society says. And they said that you kind of went numb. When it came to your passion, you didn't really pick up that you needed to create an aversion for it, but you went numb to it. And they're saying that numb feeling, is the word actual numb? Or do you want to look for another one? He said there's a, and what did that do? It affected your 5th chakra in the back. So the back of the neck. And they said that the 5th chakra in the back, it's about sense of self within society and one's profession. Ooh, they're making garlic. Oh, I don't mind garlic, but whew, I didn't cook with garlic. That's spicy. Okay, I don't even know what I'm looking for. What are you doing? Oh, you want that page? Okay, so what? Yes, thank you. He goes, what did she do with it? Passion. She turned it into compulsiveness. So that feeling of being compassion, not only was it numb, but you turned into a compulsiveness. You know, were you compulsive to change? Were you compulsive to be OCD? Were you compulsive to what it was? Was there a specific thing? Yeah. To become cross. Ooh. So maybe it was a little aversion. She goes, yes, I did. I stopped trying at school because I struggled a lot with English and math. She loves cooking. Good, good. Okay, so let's look at this a little bit further. Oh, okay. I knew it had to be with the food you just made. She says, I made pasta tonight, oregano and garlic. Very strong, but very good. I agree. May not have had it, but now I don't have to have it because I just tasted it. Who had cough drops all the time? Second, I taste cough drops. It wasn't a candy, it was a cough drop. Because I got a cough drop in my mouth now, and I don't know if it was something to take the smell away, the taste away, or if they needed the cough drop for other reasons. He says, I want to see her on the top of the world. So when it comes to struggling, you're going to carry that over. What we're going to do is we're going to have you take and hold R2D. Oh, you too. Right wrist, second position deep. And you're going to look at how math and English like attacked you. It did something to your brain. It's like something, oh. And then it created great discouragement in you. And then you didn't know how to cope with that funky feeling in your head. So it was just easier to give up on doing that and go in a different direction, if that makes sense to you. Oh, wonderful. We have another person that's paid. That's great. Okay. I did have anger issues. Let me look at that because it will still be a root. So remember, R2D for about the schooling and then the anger. Do you want her to address that anger? No. What about that seed? We want her to notice that you turned that anger into worthless. And then you heard people tell you that you're worthless. Well, how do you want her to heal it? Okay, so it's in the triple warmer, so it'll set off your, so then you end up going through a pattern of not doing. So R3S is right wrist, third position, and then nice and soft. Okay, still put your finger there and do this. So you got 2 positions. Hope you wrote it down. Or come back to this video later, about an hour and 3 minutes into it. But yours was 11 minutes, so you have to go back a little bit further. You get pushed to the edge where you become hysterical. In your mind, just hold R2S. Now you're going back to, so you have R2D, which is deep, R2S, which is hysterical and soft, and then you have R3S. Okay. Yeah, you got 3 positions. Hold them and get color and number. Look at it. Switch sides of your eyes. Keep looking at it until it feels gone. Because, see, most of the time people won't know it's gone down to a 3, and we need it to 0. But do your best. Stay hanging there a little longer. I always tell somebody when you think it's all done, reassess. And if you think you're done and you walk around, all of a sudden life hands it to you and says, and then you feel it again. You're like, oh, yeah, you go back. And then you get it gone, okay? Oh, good. She's got a time tag. Okay. Okay, now we're going to switch roles. What the world? All right, so I didn't do that. My iPad just pulled up audible.com. So why? How do you close it? So anybody on the other side was associated with Audible. It's like when all of a sudden they're like, hey, a cat's going. So I don't know. There's a kitty over going, I'm looking at you. So yes, this went through. This is good. So I'm not sure how to say this, sweetheart. Jordana, Maud, Elizabeth. Okay. All right, now everything's switching. I can feel it. Whoa. I'm not sure why they want to breathe like this. I feel like maybe there is either trying to tell you to take a breath, but I feel more like it's pregnancy and a focus. It's like I have to determine to focus. You're welcome. Focus. If any of this makes sense to you, you tell me what kind of read you want, sweetheart. I forgot. I'm shut it off. I didn't ask. Are you here? I just felt your energy. I'm hoping you're here. I mean, they told me you're here. Just to let you know. So, Jordana, Jordana, I don't know. Elizabeth, Maud. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Can you hear me now? Why? Stop it. Somebody is somebody is a little comedian. No, good. No, it's not about you being pregnant. It was like somebody on the other side. Well, I'm going to be associated with that. I don't know about what that means. Now, would you like anything specific, dear? All right, now I'm going to have a little You're on the right track. Beautiful. Oh, oops, wrong person. Darn thing jumped again. Okay, so anyways, she says I'm here. Okay. She's did anybody on this side have ear issues, or anybody you have in your space have ear issues? Just to let you know, or maybe ringing in the ear. I know this itches, but I don't have the ringing. Something's bothering my ear. Now, I'm going to just listen just in case that's their sign. Now, normally I'm pestered endlessly on this side. So let me think and let me hear. Total blank. All right, so we're going to give you a read. I have ear. You have an ear. Well, I hope you have an ear. You have an ear issue? I have a random side pain that doctors think nothing's wrong. If you pick anything, but cold reading is fine. Okay, you can pick anything. I have ear issue. Okay, so let's find out what that is. All right. Wait, did you say what side? I have a. What side is it, dear? I have a random side pain. Whereabouts? And the reason why is because if you were to draw a line down the middle, left side's if you're right-handed, then the left side is spiritual and the right side is physical. I'm not setting the timer until I'm probably picking you up, Samantha. Okay, we're going to go from there. There's a side ache, side pain. You know what it is. They said that it is, are we going which, any meridian in particular? Area of the body. And in this particular area of the body is that where it's about self-abuse. So there's like an aversion when you can't have something or do something. left-handed to left-handed. So that means that your spirit, by all means, yours spiritual side will be the right and your physical will be on the left. Blow ribs like someone stabbed me randomly. Okay. Give me a second. Because I heard hysterical and I'm trying to figure out this and the self-abuse. Now, I'm just going to ask, is this self-abuse hers? No. Is this hysterical? No. She's picking up a resonance. Who's she picking up? She's picking up other people. In this lifetime? Yes. Somebody down the street. So she's are you an empath? Maybe that's why I started my story out today, because it was about picking those energies up. Without realizing it, we will pick up, like women will get together and we'll all have the periods at the same time. But it's resonating, you without realizing it, you will resonate with certain. Okay, yes. All right, so that means, dear, that you'll have to learn how to protect yourself more. And when you're picking somebody up, like for instance, I feel this separation that I'm not me, okay? So I'm just going to muscle test real quick. I'm frozen. Is that her? When your energy is not moving, I'm just going to ask, is there something frozen? Is it just going in reverse? So you're more susceptible to people. And I keep hearing somebody down the street. I don't know where you live, but somebody down the street gets hysterical. Okay? And my pendulum just is going nuts here. It says hysterical. And for some reason, what is it that you're picking up the most? And that is hysterical. So I would definitely say that if you wanted to heal, I'm going to send it up onto the bandwidth. And if you want to do this later, you can do this with me now. You can use your hand. Oh, I'm wearing this. Okay. So you're going to take this and your magnet, and you're going to think, resonating others, hysterical. And you go to the back of your neck. Resonating others, hysterical. Resonating others, hysterical. Ooh, there's a shift. Resonating others, hysterical. Now, sometimes 3 times is enough. I literally felt that shift. Now, you also have an energy that's coming from you as a resonant broadcast. And that is, you have to live through others. So if you're trying to be who you are and you're talking, somebody will, somebody will just start telling you about their life, and then you're like, you kind of just like long or wish that you could. They dominate the conversations to some degree. And I work in an aged care home. That would be, yeah. Your work is down the street. Okay, yeah. That is huge, because it's, the confirmation just went right up my spine. So the resonant broadcast, what do you broadcast out? Living through others. And what we're going to do, if you don't mind, you can do this if you want. You don't have to accept it. But resonating broadcast, living through others. Resonating the broadcast, which is a signal that you send out, living through others. So people automatically say, oh, you have to live through me. Resonating broadcast, live through others. Resonating broadcast, live through others. So you like to observe. You're going to have to start to learn to hold the belly button and the third eye, push in and lift up at the same time. We need to get that egg around you. Okay, you can do that. The other part is that because of your, they say just before you go to work, or even when you're laying down, your meridians, there's 7 run one way, 7 run the other. The collarbone, you come to the thing and you dip in. This is the last point of the kidney meridian. It is also a main switch. You rub or you tap. And you breathe. And this will start to switch them all in the direction they're meant to. They say this flips a lot because you're an empath. And then they say the main thing that makes it flip is that, are you doing the right thing? It's like you're constantly weighing, oh, this is the wrong thing. This is the right thing. And they're saying that the people that come to you that tell you what is right and wrong, their stories, it's like, do as I say, not as I do. So their stories that change. But you have to keep up with what they're saying is the right thing and the wrong thing. Does this make any sense to you? Because somebody keeps changing the rules. And there's a part of you that's like going, hey, wait, what? And as you begin to wake and shake up from listening to this contradictions and, was it hypocritical? Yeah. Then, oh, see, now there goes that, making me dizzy as hell. Do you get dizzy? Stop it. Anyways, this particular pain is because you keep picking up people and there's somebody in that home that completely feels attacked all the time. That is their story. They're repeating a particular memory over and over. And every time you start to come by, now it's a woman because there's a man over here behind me that says that it was his wife. Now, I don't know if he was abusive because he said, I'm sorry. Now, I'm also seeing generation, which means they're also showing me culture, like, for instance, Germany. There's something about this is the way you're supposed to live. This is the way because they're showing me, like in Germany, how they raise their kids because they were supposed to beat them into submission. Or the drinking, it didn't matter. You just beat your kids anyway because somehow it's their fault. We don't do that anymore, but that was that generation and we're growing out of those paradigms. Does this make any sense to you? I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get anxious because being an empath and you let me, trust me, they say you do, it creates it where all of a sudden it's hard to feel where do you end and where do they begin. And when you feel like you're okay and you got it together and all of a sudden it's like it feels like you're shit and all of a sudden it just becomes that. Now, how do you want me to help her with the anxious bit? You got to take care of that feeling attacked. So how her stuff and your stuff, you pick up that all the time. Are you picking up her memory? Are you picking up the emotion? And now, has she picked it up in the past? The first time you started picking it up was at 3 years old, and then a huge one at 5. And they said that your immune system is anxious. So that's why a lot of times your thoughts will be anxious, and it's not always about the future, but you're anxious. It's and they say that's what also makes you scramble. So I'm just going to do this. Okay, you can do this healing if you want. You copy this later. Anxious. So before we go any further, how many? Just one. Okay, we're going to ask that start to remove, transcend, and let it go. And we're going to allow ourselves to see it. So every time you look, when you get anxious, they're telling me they want you to just go and look and just feel anxious and then remove, transcend, let it go. So you cover one eye if you're looking that way. And it's called eye accessing. It's on my YouTubes and their healing tools. If I remember, I got 2 videos. I don't know if I'll remember them after this, but I need to put them on my wall. Eye accessing, or you can just hook up with me and we'll do an appointment and I'll help you go through this. But you really need to switch eyes, look through the story, because you're really hooked. You need to unhook that. We need to unhook that because it really stores in here into the spleen area. And your spleen is trying, which is underneath your ribs. Your spleen is trying very hard, but your immune system is saying, I'm anxious, I'm anxious, I'm anxious. Your spleen is going, I know. and it's trying very hard to function. And there's also source points. There's lots of things you can do. So get with me if you want to really get some deep healing done. Bring your notes. And if you want, you can do this. Anybody that wants to do a healing that's been with me today, then all you do is that you can say, okay, I was on the show. We did a healing. I'd like to have another go at it. And we can do that. We can go 11 minutes for $11. And if you want to double that, then, 22 minutes for $22. So, we can talk about it if you want to continue. That'll be your speciality because you paid for it, you want it, we can do it. Any of you, those are on the back burner that wanted a reading but didn't do it on the show, I will offer the same thing out to $1 a minute, whatever, how many minutes you choose. Okay. I gotta be able to see the screen. Things have definitely changed colors. Definitely changed colors. Not able to see it. Don't know if anything new came through. What's Miss Lenny say? Okay. So Lenny, this last name that I see here, is this the free reading one, or did somebody pay? I got to make sure that I get it because sometimes my mail doesn't run right. So wait until I get confirmation. Paying is very easy. If you have a PayPal account, make sure that you have one. If not, set it up. You'll have to put your bank account into the PayPal. Do that little thing that they say. Once it's got confirmed, then you just go ahead and put in my email, which is bpower. Now, understand it's B. Oops, I'm going to type it in for you. bpower. No, it's a dot, period, bpower, period, MW as a medicine woman, and then the @ symbol, and then dr.com. Why dr? Because I'm working on my dissertation, and this is my goal. Okay, this is, PayPal, and then put in the amount, and then a little note, tell me whatever it is for. Don't hit the wrong button, or otherwise you're going to be ending the video. Okay. So I just put that there for you so you can see it. You're welcome. You're blown away. Oh, yes. I love feedback. Oh, my God, please. Feedback's so important. You can even leave a, what do you call it? Review? Recommendations? I don't know what they call it. But yes, it makes me feel like, yes, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. All right? And I get to go back and reread these, and that's the beauty of it because I can't quite see it because I get a teeny tiny window. Miss Lenore says, I think one more would be good. All right, you can go if you want. So if Sophie is here, that would be great. Then I can give you a read. Okay, I can give you a read. Sophie Christolopoulos. I can't see it, but I'm trying. Oh, thank you. That was wonderful, Nikki. Thank you. Yes, Sophie's here. Okay, so Miss Lenore, if you need to go, you go. We thank Lenore for her wonderful help tonight. And I'm going to give you're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to give you 7 minutes. But before I begin, you tell me what you would like. Okay. You want a cold read? Is there anything you want? Say, bye, Lenore. Thank you, Lenore. And we go from there. It's like everybody's fear of being alone. Fear of understanding the other side. Fear. Okay. I mean, I might have to do just a thing about what is the other side, because it's it's just a vibration. They never left. They're just not in their meat suits anymore. Their consciousness is there of that personality. Their consciousness is in the grid, but how they beam down into that particular body is, what they're choosing of their soul. And I have to make sure that I didn't miss her. Cold read, please. There it is. Got it. Cold read. Gotcha. Okay, so somebody's got a headache. My head, the energy is not moving. There used to be a particular habit that you used to do and you stopped doing when you were 7. This particular habit was being very awkward. They said you had to get over it quickly. You said you used the method of being indifference. You tried to make it, you'd look at the awkwardness and it's like suppressing it, but you turned it, you ignored it. You didn't ignore it. You just turned it into an indifference. And they said that indifference is time to let go, because now as you're trying to apply whatever it is you're doing in life, turn it on, then indifference pops up and you can't get to that passion. You can't get to that next stage that you're looking for. So sometimes you feel stuck. She said that she felt a bit of a pressure on her head the last 2 days. And that pressure is a panic that I don't know if you're even aware, but it's I think that is hooked to the awkwardness that you have completely, I don't know, can you even feel awkward anymore? Because they said as soon as you start to, you go into the indifference. But then the indifference interferes because there's a part of you that needs to go do something. You need to live. But they said that the whole point is that you just trust. You were not, I don't know if you've heard the other side and that scared you. But I feel like there was something that you misunderstood as a child. For instance, what's the difference between a predator and listening to the other side and it's, a spirit? There's so much fear as a child and things that you learned, and you start putting, this equals this, and so if you do feel that, then that means that we need to heal that particular emotions and that thought processing, because, and I don't know why they're having me breathe like this. It's like I can only nose breathe for some reason, and I have to do it a certain way. Where do you want me to go? She has a hidden heart wall. And they said this hidden heart wall is overwhelm. At age 7, you had overwhelm. So if you would like to heal this, I'm going to set it up on the band, or you can pick it up later, or you can pick up your magnet or use your hand. You can choose when to receive this. You can watch this video over and you can do it. Okay? It'll all come to you. And you say hidden heart wall, overwhelm. Now this is 10 times. Hidden heart wall, overwhelm. 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 I feel like one more. Hidden heart wall, overwhelm. No, one more, because all of a sudden I can feel this. I'm going to pull it out. Hidden heart wall, overwhelm. I'm going to hook into the energy, the reconnection. Eric Pearl, you're more than welcome to comment, communicate. If you want to be a part of this, just kind of imagine that you're putting your hand between it. And then I want you to tell me if you can feel. Anybody can participate, but their hand in here. Your eyes may start darting back and forth if your eyes are closed. You may feel pressure, you may feel pulling. Some of you, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, but I need my heart open, so we're just going to send a little energy and love that way. Just saw one of my friends pop on. You're all my tribe. I love you all. Again, put your hands, there. Put your hand in. And now what's going to happen is all of a sudden I just seen energy. Somebody put their hand in and it just went through the stream. Let me tell you, sweetheart, you, my dear, do you have a tingling sensation? Energy is moving through. You're accepting this. The heart wall is removed. Who has the agenda? She does? No. People around you have agendas. And they're toxic. Is there a part of her that can't say no? What's causing it? An inherited response. Guilt. It's like you are controlled by guilt. So we're going to do this. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Now I want you to really feel this one. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. Inherited guilt. That's interesting. Where is it? This is just a bobble wand. You have a vortex that sticks out. And it's way too big. And it's like a black hole. It sucks everybody in. And it's already found it. Again, it'll be at the bandwidth. If you want to feel it, just allow yourself or pick it up later. Watch this again. It's working on the third chakra aspect of it. And what it's doing, in this case, it's now it's breaking up. There's toxins. They're breaking it up. I can see because it's all the sucking it. There it goes. Now it's cleaning it out. It's changing the vibration. Breaking it up again. Changing it out. Oh, it's pulling a memory. It's not yours out. Oh, it's calming down. The noises aren't as loud. And now it's done. Let me just check it. Okay, so finger in the belly button and the forehead, push in, lift up. And you breathe in and out and hold it there for about a minute or so that your body can start to hold the energy in. So tell me how you felt. Ended a toxic friendship. She said, I spoke to my inner child yesterday in meditation, told her to have fun. Saw lots of purple and pink in meditation also. That's wonderful. That is good. That is good. It's a good feeling. Now, if there's any questions you may have before I go, or if anybody wants a read, if you want to pay $11.11, let me know. Otherwise, I feel okay, you're good. I just had to double check you, Sophia. That's all. Because sometimes we can have energy cords, but you're okay. Okay, I feel like whoever's listening, I don't know who's it for. It could be for all, it could be for none, and usually they like to pick a card for everybody. Somebody has a past life that's coming up. It seems to be repeating vigorously. Something about the word notorious is coming up. Somebody wants to go to college or education or something. And again, it may not be the same person, but it's this could be even for somebody that's going to listen later. The card of the past life is male and female. Not sure what that is, but we're going to find out. This card signifies that you've lived most of your lives in different genders than the one you're embodying in this life. For example, you may now be living as a female, when most of your previous lifetimes you were male. In such cases, gender confusion and even health issues are often related to this change of gender over lifetimes. Before I even go any further, also it is how to, you may have all of those male generation traits, things of lessons that you need to learn, that you need to change in, let go of, if you're going to be the feminine aspect, because so you're starting to learn a different perspective. It's all about all the things that we had to learn wasn't love, and now we have to undo this and remember what love is. So, because of the most of your lifetime you've lived as the other sex, you may not feel comfortable in your own skin. If this is your first lifetime as a woman, you may develop gynecological girly issues, or even experience infertility. Doesn't that surprise you? Isn't that interesting to know that? If this is your first lifetime as a man, you may not relate to traditional masculine roles, which, again, we're moving in a whole new generation of evolution. This card asks you to have a compassion for yourself and trust that your soul is doing the best it can. Remember that your soul is the result of all of your past experiences. Because your soul is a recorder. But your soul is also that part of spirit, the source, the true one. And so when you begin to adventure, it is in this particular lifetime, this generation, it's about bringing that yin into balance with the yang. It's about movement and being still at the same time. Understanding that they, be wind, be water. It can do more than just the opposite. You're learning to integrate and learning to move in all the directions. Yeah, it's good that you guys learn all about those particular lifetimes, and you don't have to know them. You can even find out what some of them are. I mean, Native American. I had a past life. My very last past life, I was a shaman, and when I started to recall that, what was amazing is how angry I was at a white man. But here I am as a white woman. And wow, some of the things that you bring over with emotions, we can do past life healing, because I can hook into what is the emotion that you're carrying over and you're bringing in this life. What is the story? What is your belief systems that need to change? Okay, so these are all important. That you learn that you're not just this person that woke up today. And yeah, and if you want to know exactly what your past lives are, Mary Reardon put somebody up. So you want to do more of the healing aspect of it? That's when I come into play. Okay, so I love you all, and like I said, I don't see anybody that had ordered anything, and I feel like spirits are all saying thank you for coming. They're all happy that you came. Um, just everything's good. Well, I'm going to tell you what's interesting is, we're aliens. Well, before we chose to be Earth or human, we were all different. If you ever go to look at your higher council, I want to do a meditation one day. You're going to be surprised at what you look like, and then your council, you're going to be surprised at what's there. I had an octopus. At that particular I came in as a very feminine with a kimono on, but I also saw all of what I was, and one of the main was a dragon. I couldn't understand that. Before I did this one, I did a past life regression, and what came out was I was a mother dragon that was trying to protect her children that she lost. And it's like, what? I thought that was a crazy ass thing. And then over years and times, there's been too much proof and too much stuff of this here and there. It's like, I get it. I get it now. So we're all a little alien. Always have been. We just divide things up here in this land of illusion. All right, I love you all. Thank you very much for coming. And I think I might only do Monday and Tuesday, and if I do anything during the week, it'll be a surprise. I haven't really found the rhythm of how many times a week, except for maybe twice. I wish I could figure out what the time slot is. Where's my little button? Oh, there it is. All right. So y'all need me. You heard what the deal was. $1 a minute. You used PayPal. And once it's confirmed, we can do, if you live in a different state, we'll work around the time. That's not a problem. I even have a couple clients that I just send them videos, or I send them an auto, and since they know how to do the healing tools, I just give them the information, and then I check back with them. There's so many different ways. You don't have to be alone. All right, I love you very much, and thank you so much for being here. You are my family, my tribe. Mwah! And I'm so grateful. Thank you, and stay blessed.